Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. There's a sneeze coming. It won't come out, but it may come out just as soon as I don't want it to. But it is time to get into the show. Producer James in the building, the man in the DF Dub, up north, no longer king in the north, the Dallas apologist, the Razorback faithful, Mr. Wes Washington. We got Wes. Wes, what's up, man? What's happening? Am I frozen?
There
What happened? There we go. We got you, bro. What's up, man? What's up?
What happened? I'm no longer the crown. I no longer wear the crown.
You're not the king of the north this week, sir, because you have been caught up. I caught you. We're tied 59 to 49 overall. We'll show the graphics soon enough. Tease it a little bit.
That's cool.
But it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. I had a bad week, man. I lost to you in fantasy, and now I'm losing the crown to you. Man, you know what? Dude, I did this on purpose because you know what? It's called the Paul Rodriguez Show, so I gotta respect, Paul Rodriguez. So
we need to put
congratulations, man.
We need to put the Paul Rodriguez Show with James and or with Wes and James, because I just don't think it's as fun without everybody. Because I want everybody to come and join us. And if I haven't harped on it before, I'm harping it on again. I'm posting on the Paul Rodriguez Show on my personal account. Come watch the show with us if you're not already here. And if you're already here, let me see in the comments. Post 100. We're on our way to 100 subscribers. If you want to join the team, join the subscribers. We need to come up with some kind of name for our followers, because right now, I just don't know what to call them. Well, soon enough, I'm sure a name will come to mind. It may just become from one of our followers. We appreciate y'all joining in tonight. Wes, huge game last night. Chicago Bears, bear down, able to take out the New England Patriots at home. Justin Fields looked good. David Montgomery looked good in the backfield. The Patriots offense, Mac Jones gets benched. Bailey Zappi out of Victoria, Texas, America, by way of, well, actually I should say Western Kentucky by way of Victoria. But dude, Bailey Zappi looks good. The whole offense for New England just looks horrible. What's the takeaway? What are you seeing? Is New England's dynasty over? Did Tom Brady kill it?
Oh yeah. We knew that going into it. I think a lot of people gave Belichick a lot of credit. I think Belichick is just more of a defensive guy. If he doesn't have the offensive person on the other side, I don't think he's as good as he was. I think a lot of people overlooked that for a lot of years. They had a lot of great minds on the offensive side, and I don't think he has that same thing, especially with Tom being gone. I think it's a different story, and it's all defense, and they're just. But we kind of felt like Zappi was going to take over in that game. A lot of people talked about that before the game even started. They saw Mac Jones warming up, but they were just like, "Oh, we're still going to see Zappi." And I think that might have got into Mac Jones's head. He's like, "Hey, no matter what I do, I'm getting replaced." So that might have been in his head. But you know what, dude? What I take from it is that the Cowboys better realize that. Yeah, Vegas came out with a 10.5, which they pulled after the game, but it's still 9.5 right now from what I last seen.
Yeah, it opened up at 10.5, 9.5 now.
Yeah, so to me, it seems like they're disrespecting Chicago, and the Cowboys better watch out, and they better come to play. The offense better show up. Because they still have some players on defense. I mean, they got, was it Rodan? What's the dude's name? He almost left.
Which team are you talking about? I didn't.
Chicago. Chicago's defense, Rodan, my center.
You talking about
Rodan? The guy almost left. I can't pronounce it.
Linebacker?
Rodan Smith?
Roquan.
No. The guy almost left. Is it not Rodan?
Anyways, moving on. It's not Rodan. Thank you very much. Shout out to our resident Chicago Bear faithful in the comments. Shout out to Miss Johnson out there. We appreciate you watching. I want to know, Wes. We will show a graphic. See, it's Roquan. I think I was a lot closer than you.
Oh, that's Roquan. My bad.
Rodan.
He just trying to stir it up. He just trying to stir the pot. That's all it is. But getting back into it, Wes, I want to make sure. I have a feeling. I have a feeling, Wes, you're going to be picking a game between Chicago and Dallas, and I just want to know, sir. I'm going to have to put you on the spot. I want to know: are you going to say bear down?
I'm not going to say bear down. No.
You just said it. Thank you very much for saying bear down. We got it. We clipped it. James, let's go ahead and use that when we need to next week. Whenever we see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader from the stands, the Dallas Cowboy always in it whenever it's time for game time. I just want to know, Wes, one thing. When you're out there in the stands, when you're out there amongst the people, are you going to be that guy cheerleading day in, day out, and rooting against the pick that you're probably going to be making on this show tonight?
It's different. I'm a Cowboy fan. I cheer and I root for the Cowboys. When we walk into the game, when I see my teammates, when I see the Dallas, when me and Jerry are talking, I'm like, hey, Jerry, let's go and win this game because we can win this. We have a chance to win.
Look, Wes, look.
When I look at money on the line and I see what's going on, they haven't convinced me that they can win.
Wes, just because you are the size of a lot of the linemen for the Dallas Cowboys doesn't mean that you are the teammates. Just because you talk about Jerry Jones and you've been in rooms with Jerry Jones, that doesn't mean that you can buddy up to him like you are, rubbing elbows and whining and dining with the chandelier people. But at the same time, I just want to know. You just got to tell me. Tell me, Wes. Why is it that for the past 6 weeks, you're always anti-Cowboy when it comes to the pick'ems? I don't understand it. Why?
Because I don't believe they can win. But I'm going to cheer for them to win. When it comes up to that day, I'm going to be like, hey, let's go out here and win this game. But I don't know, for the picks, I'm just like, I'm waiting for the shoe to fall off.
Big hole.
They've hurt me so much, and it is sad. And I probably should still be picking them. You know what? You've convinced me. From now on, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys every game.
But not this week. You're done. This week, you're Bear. This week, you're taking the Chicago Bears. Bear down. Picks are locked.
They haven't played the game.
We've already made We've already made the graphic. It's too late, sir.
Oh man, you know what? You're so bitter about that. Sometimes my feelings and my stuff change from when I usually do it. And plus, I don't even know if I made those picks. I think I let somebody else do it because I want to give y'all a chance to win.
Well, you know what was so funny about that is. What's funny about that is when you do give us a chance to win, I always catch you. And James is going to turn things around, and he's going to be nipping on your heels soon enough, sir. And maybe that crown just may end up in James's possession. So I just want that to be known.
Nobody wants to see a blowout, bro.
Oh, is that right? I appreciate.
You gotta make it look close.
I appreciate your generosity.
Watch.
The generosity is extended by you. I thank you for the olive branch. The dove is going to be next. And I want to just say that in the end, you better hope to God you don't lose. You better hope you win it, because if you don't, I'm going to be bringing it up every day during the offseason just so that you can have your feelings about it.
No, my feelings are fine. My feelings are hurt because you said I look like a lineman.
I said you were the size. I didn't say you looked like.
I can't be a receiver. I can't be a tight end or something. I gotta look like a lineman. Come on, I'm an athlete.
Did you see those guns? Did you see those guns the world got to see on that Dallas Cowboy game with you clapping and cheering like Jason Garrett rooting on the Dallas Cowboys? If you could for me, sir, move to the left a little bit because you're getting into the logo, and I want everybody to see that beautiful face of yours. Look at them guns. You ain't no tight end. You defensive end, Micah Parsons type, Sam Williams type. You're an edge rusher, sir.
I'm a playmaker.
Listen,
I'm a playmaker. Look, I'm a distributor. You know, I can get behind center. I can distribute the ball. I'm a playmaker. I'm a guy that you want on offense.
I don't know what Damon's been whispering into your ears whenever he comes around, but look, Damon Irving is Michael's cousin, and you ain't it, sir. I'm sorry to tell you. But what I do want to tease with the linemen, the Dallas Cowboys have a huge signing today. Jonathan Hankins from the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost called them the Oakland Raiders because I had beast mode in my brain for a moment. The most glaring weakness for the Dallas Cowboys on the defensive side was stopping the run. With this pick, there he goes apologizing right there. With this new pickup, the Dallas Cowboys are a formidable run stop team, in my opinion now. Jonathan Hankins was the best overall run stopping grade by PFF over the entire Dallas Cowboys D-line except for one. I think it was something, last name Hill. He is a big upgrade for the Cowboys, 6'3", 340. Dude is a plug. And I think that's going to be what's going to help Dallas get over the hump, especially with these heavy run teams coming back. I think Green Bay is going to turn into a heavy running team. Tennessee's a heavy running team. The Philadelphia Eagles are a heavy running team. And I think that's going to be a big help for, especially if they have to see a team like who just acquired a great back, CMC. If they got to see San Francisco, that's going to be a huge asset for Dallas to plug up the middle of that defensive line.
Well, it's also like, maybe you're starting to see what your identity is. Maybe the Cowboys are trying to see that, hey, we're not Kansas City. We're not, these teams where we want to throw it a bunch and all that kind of stuff and take chances.
Right.
Maybe we're a team where we're going to play defense, try to force turnovers, and shorten up that field. And then when our offense gets that chance, then we got enough talent to take advantage of those chances, which happened against Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come out playing like an offense because all I heard all week long, once again, Detroit's defense was the worst in the league. But they didn't move the ball. They started to move the ball when they started to get the turnovers, started to get that short field.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is that they're seeing what their identity is. And so it's like, hey, we have to be a team that doesn't turn the ball over. And I think that's something that also Kellen Moore and Dak have to understand.
I think Kellen Moore does understand it. I think Dak has a little bit more of a difficult time. I saw him 3 times in that game changing the plays where he's yelling, kill, 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 which means that whatever 2 plays were called in the huddle, he's going to the other one. And I'm not too fond of that. But I want to tie in the Chicago Bears one more time. Let's go ahead and talk about the preview this coming week. Huge matchup, noon kick, Chicago going to Dallas. Will Jonathan Hankins be an instant asset for the Cowboys as Montgomery had a big night last night? If Micah Parsons and Sam Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence and that pass rush, if they're able to contain Fields and make him have to step up in the pocket, is it going to be a guy like Hankins who's going to eat 2 blockers? He's a one technique, play the nose. If he's gobbling up 2 blockers, that means you're having Vander Esch and maybe another linebacker like Barr coming down to make sure that they can corral Fields. Because if you're not careful, the man will hurt you down the field with his legs, just like Jalen Hurts did when they played Philadelphia. I personally hope this is what they saw, Dan Quinn and the defense. They saw how Hurts beat them, and this is their solution to keep the containment inside and have the quarterback step up to where they linebackers can flow to make sure they can stop any kind of big yards down the field with their legs. Wes, tell me this, sir. What, besides running the ball, What is the other big factor that's going to be in place to keep Justin Fields and Montgomery at bay?
I think it's gonna be, sounds weird, maybe to not a lot, but to me, it's got to be about the offense.
Okay.
The offense has got to come out and do something, and they've got to make it that Fields. You have to make Fields a passer. Like if Fields can still sit in where he's got the RPO going, I think it's more trouble for the Cowboys. When he still has that option, so where they can still have the option of they can do RPOs with him and he can make plays with his legs and he doesn't have to throw it and he can make easy throws. You got to force it to where they have to you have to make Fields make tough throws. You know what I'm saying?
So you're
got to
basically
make throws where he's got to put it into a small window. You got to put him in those kind of situations. If you don't, and if he can, they can keep the field open where they have the run pass options and, you got guys in a lot of one-on-one situations. I think it changes the game. I think it, that's advantage Chicago. So that's all. But then, like I said, it goes back to the Dallas offense. Because I think late in the game, especially with the pass rush, if they have to make those plays, Dallas's defense can get to them and they can, they can actually, cause a lot of problems.
It kind of goes back to what we've all been talking about, how this defense is built for the Cowboys. They're built to play from the lead. They need the Cowboy offense to go out there, get points, which is going to put pressure on Justin Fields. These J's and these F's and these H's, man, they're killing me. This is going to put Justin Fields in a predicament where he's going to have to beat Dallas with his arm. And I think that's what you're going towards, Wes, where if you put the pressure on him to go get points, to catch up, or to keep up, I think that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge than if he had more comfortability running with his legs, doing the RPOs, and where they can attack from that ground game. But listen, Chicago looked explosive last night against a Bill Belichick defensive-minded team. And the offense for New England couldn't keep up. And I think that was the biggest difference. That's why I think Dallas needs to take the game plan that Philly did against them and take it and apply it towards Fields this coming Sunday at noon.
But didn't Chicago get turnovers though?
That's right.
They got turnovers, and I think that makes that Chicago defense a lot different when you get turnovers. It's crazy how when you get a short field, you take a lot. I think you take more chances, and I think you have a more wide open offense, especially if you start to get a lead and you have turnovers.
Yes, sir.
So they got turnovers when they had a lead, and that's the same thing basically what Dallas did. But it's also when you get that lead and you create turnovers, then that team keeps pressing. And I think Goff, Fields are quarterbacks that they will make the mistakes when they have to be pressed and when they're behind, and they will turn the ball over.
Yeah, we saw.
But I think that's a lot of the quarterbacks that are in the NFC or that pretty much are outside of the realms of Patrick Mahomes,
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Who are you really afraid of? You go outside of those two guys because even the legends, the Hall of Famers, aren't looking good right now. Tom Brady, we didn't have Tom Brady in that situation.
Right.
And I think the rest of the league has had Tom in that situation. We never had Tom in that situation in game one. We haven't played Aaron Rodgers yet, but it seems like Aaron Rodgers, they don't have the team to do what they used to do when they got in those situations when they were down. You're talking about two of the greatest guys that made comebacks or made those, late drives to win games. But I think now it's a different story, and they need leads and they need a run game. And when you are losing, people aren't running the ball.
Right, and that's a tough thing. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you've had a prolific offense. We'll highlight more of the Packers and the Buffalo Bills probably in the next segment. It is 8:22. Let's get into a quick break. We'll talk about Buffalo and Green Bay when we get back. I don't know. I watched Aaron today. I watched Aaron on McAfee, And
Hey,
what's up, Wes?
we gotta get into some college football. Talking about
That's
Aaron
right.
McAfee.
That's right. Big,
Man.
lots of optimism coming from AR12 on McAfee. And after I watched this segment, y'all gonna be pretty surprised with what I'm gonna be, who I'm gonna be taking on this coming Sunday night. You know,
Is it me, or maybe it's just me? But is the off the field stuff kind of turning up right now on a lot of guys that you really didn't hear off the field stuff from? You know, like it seems like over the last couple of years, you're hearing more about Aaron Rodgers off the field. You're hearing more about Tom Brady. It seems like when you heard about Tom really off the field, except for the Deflategate stuff, you didn't really hear anything, you know. But now I think he's getting that limelight. He's getting, they're still giving him smack about him kissing his kids. It's like everything is coming back, and then you still
look to your left.
Aaron Rodgers. You hear about the McAfee show all the time. Everybody thinks that Aaron Rodgers is basically high all the time right now. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe these guys are waiting for somebody else to take away that limelight, because you know who you're not hearing about that you heard about last year on the sidelines? Patrick Mahomes.
Right, but that was his brother and his wife that were doing other things off the field. But we'll get more into that when we come back. I appreciate the tease. You went into a little bit longer soliloquy than I. But hey, who am I? And you always keep moving, bro. Why are you moving? Always go out of frame. We're trying to see that face. We want to make sure the beautiful people can see the beautiful West. That's all I'm trying to say.
All over the place.
You're beautiful, man. I just want you to be beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm man enough to say that. Okay. I don't know about James. I don't know if he's gonna say that.
Props to you.
Work on it.
Did y'all see James in the rain last night? We'll tease that. We'll put that up there. Shout out to Darkside. Give us 5 minutes. We'll be back. 8:25. Catch us at 8:30. I appreciate y'all in the chat. I'm just gonna say that right now. If y'all haven't heard, we're giving away $100 when we get to 100 subscribers. We're at 90. We gained 3 overnight. Just saying. Share it. Tell your people about it. We might have fun. I have fun. You might have fun. Let's have fun together. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is That Show. As you can see, Jackson State Tigers College Game Day will be in Jackson, Mississippi this coming weekend. I call it the Coach Prime effect. Lots of industry going over to Jackson, Mississippi as we speak. Hopefully the Tigers will pull out a victory. Wes, I don't know if you heard, but Jackson State's going to be taking on Southern this coming Saturday. I think you got a little kinfolk who did attend Southern, graduated from Southern. Talk a little bit about it. Give a shout out if you need to, sir.
Oh yeah, my brother, D. Ray. I think it's Blue. Is it Blue Nostalgia? I think in the fantasy football.
Oh yeah.
He was part of the band. He was a drum guy. My brother is a really good drummer.
Okay.
Shout out to D. Ray. But yeah, he went to Southern. Was in the band, and they all get. I think they'll get up for it. They probably talk a lot of noise, talk about Dion, how he ain't swag. But
who ain't swag?
Yeah. My sister, Texas Southern, they just had a homecoming this past weekend.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Lachelle, and then my brother-in-law and my nephew, who are both in the fantasy football league, or both. My brother-in-law went to PV. My nephew is at PV right now.
Okay. All right. So I'm knowing about you, but I'm looking forward to that big game. I want to see Prime on the big stage. I think it'll be a little bit of a culture shock probably for everybody involved. It's going to be a different type of environment. I'm excited to see it. I'll probably wake up a little bit early just to kind of see what the festivities are going to look like. Look, man, I'm tired of people telling Coach Prime that he's not swag. He's a swag champion, okay? And I know everybody's in their feelings about everything, but look, if you're not, it's like Coach said, I don't got to wear cologne because he smells like success. That's what he said, not my words, his words. You just got to give Coach Prime a lot of credit for able to turn around that HBCU. And he has a coaching effect. Like, Wes, keep moving, man. I thought we fixed this.
Oh man, I can't help but move.
Were you trying to hear me better or what? What is it?
No. I get in the mood. You say things, I'm like, this guy.
Man, what is it? What is it that I say that gets you triggered like that? Tell me.
And you don't have to say much. I just do it naturally. I don't know how you stay like this the whole time. I don't know how you do this. I just know I can do like this.
Because I'm semi-professional, bro. Just semi.
I'm not professional at all.
You're
Because like right now, like
you're all antsy, Wes, or what?
Yeah.
He's ready for Sunday.
That's what it
He's
is.
ready to go cheer on, flex them biceps.
He wanted to flex the biceps.
Yeah.
Whenever he's waiting, you know what it is? He's camera ready. Whenever he's cheering like a cheerleader for the Cowboys, he stays camera ready. But when it comes on PRS, I mean, just I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Obviously, if you see the clip, I'm not staying still then either. I was the guy. I'm the guy in the section that I'm up, I'm down. Let's go.
Oh, we know.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what, man.
Anyway.
It was a good look. It was fun to see. We'll probably show the clip a little bit later. Oh, there it is right there. There he is. Got just able to kind of let everybody know like when it's time to get up. That was a huge third down that was coming up for the Cowboys. And Wes did his job. Shout out to all the plethora of the Dallas Cowboy fans out there. Huge game. Let's get into some college football a little bit. Last week, shout out to Cade Klubnik going in at half, probably in the third quarter to give a little bit of momentum. The former Westlake Chaparral turned the Clemson Tigers around to able to escape the New York, or I guess it would be the Syracuse Orange. They are in New York, upstate
When the
New York.
Cuse is in the house, oh my God.
Cuse was a big school whenever you were in college, right? Real popular.
Well, I mean, it's always been a big basketball school to me.
Yeah, but they had McNabb
Football,
when McNabb was there.
They had McNabb. They had Marvin Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they've always had like great players. I don't ever remember them having a great team or being really in that title hunt, as I can remember.
Gotcha.
But they were definitely like back in the day. I know like me and my boy Scott, dude, we always would wear Georgetown Hoyas and Syracuse Orangemen because we were big college basketball teams, and they had some huge college basketball teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Big East basketball back then was ridiculous.
I mean, right there, buddy.
All the names I don't know if I can stop naming all the great players that came out of the Big East back then. The Big East tournament back in the day used to be as good as the big tournament because there was a lot of rivalries there. There was a lot of guys that just love it. But also basketball in the East Coast in that area was huge. Rucker Park, all that kind of stuff. You're playing your tournament in Madison Square Garden. It was a big, big deal.
I could definitely tell the basketball love is deep in your veins there. Transitioning real quick back to the college football. Huge win last week. It was a huge win for Oklahoma State over Texas. Texas pretty much out of the race for the Big 12 title with that third loss on the season. I thought they could maybe get to a Big 12 title with 2 losses. That has been they pretty much, I think, mathematically taken themselves out. A&M looking rough. Jimbo Fisher, I think, is on the hot seat. I think he may need to be excused from his duties out there in College Station. Urban Meyer. I think the next guy who comes up for A&M may have to just be, a wild card kind of coach. But it is what it is. I think for me, Wes, the biggest game this past week was just seeing how well I think Alabama rebounded from that loss at Tennessee. I think they were a little hungover in the beginning. Bryce Young did come back to play, so it was good to see Alabama get into the mix. But I think the AP is already setting up for a big drama in the SEC. Ole Miss right now is number 1. They have a scary game this week against Texas A&M in Kyle Field.
No. Ole Miss went down. Ole Miss got throttled by LSU.
Well, then what game am I thinking of then?
I know Tennessee's got a tough game against Kentucky. Okay. But, Ole Miss got throttled by LSU. But I was going to ask you, let me go back for a second, just because as a UT fan, how is it possible for Oklahoma State to have no penalties? This doesn't make no sense to me. How is it possible for a team to get no penalties for the whole game? Mm-hmm. You got to be kidding me. I think the fix is in, and, I feel – me, I'm not a UT fan. So I'm not – it's definitely not me being biased towards them. You know that. But I think the fix is in was on UT because you can't tell me you can't find a penalty in that game. If you're a ref calling a football game, when they talk about you can call holding on almost every play.
Yeah, you're telling
me. No
penalties,
get out of here.
Telling me they had the perfect game, as far as, executing, lining up and all that stuff. No illegal hits or anything like that.
No way.
Kind of.
I can understand false starts. I can understand, delay of games, not getting those. But you're telling me there's no holding, there's no pass interference, there's no, there's no way. There's no way. Come on.
Listen, man, I know you had transitioned it, but I tell you what, for the Texas game, Texas had a lot of penalties. Oklahoma State, I don't know if there's a work in there. That's quite a stretch. But no penalties. Let me get there. I understand there's 0 penalties, but at the same time, Texas is not a disciplined, well-coached team. Oklahoma State is a disciplined, well-coached team.
Bruh. No penalties.
No penalties. So why was Texas? Why would it wouldn't make any sense for Texas to get all the penalties? You want that team to win, so that means you would want to give less penalties for that team.
I'm just saying something was in. I'm not saying the fixes was again against Texas. Maybe they felt like Texas, the Big 12 felt like Texas can't do anything at that point. They felt like the Oklahoma State needed the win. But you can't. you can't tell me. There's no way. I can't believe.
I'm not telling you anything.
One penalty.
I'm not telling you anything. The game was telling you. The officials told you. And you're gonna have to just accept it right now. Getting back to the conference that moves the needle, the SEC. Before I was interrupted, Ole Miss, Alabama, as well as LSU are all tied for first, and Ole Miss is taking on A&M at Kyle Field this coming Saturday. I'm really excited to see if A&M can bounce back. I don't think they will. I think Lane Kiffin is going to have that team primed and ready to go. The next big game is going to be this weekend with Wes. You kind of highlighted a little bit during the break. Kentucky at Tennessee. Will Levis, and then you have that prolific offense for Tennessee Volunteers. Does Tennessee have to win this game in order to be in the hunt to represent the SEC East? Because they play Georgia next week. Is this must win against Kentucky at home?
Does Georgia have a loss?
Nope.
Georgia doesn't have a loss, so it's a must win.
But it's not. Well, it could be. That's why I'm asking you, because if Tennessee goes and beats Georgia, they're going to have the tiebreaker over Georgia. They both have one L.
I'm saying both Georgia and Tennessee are undefeated or no?
Right now, yeah.
All right, so it's a must win for Tennessee. And then Ole Miss
Disagree.
in the A&M game, it doesn't mean as much because Ole Miss lost, right, to LSU.
Yeah. And who did Alabama lose to?
Alabama lost to
Tennessee.
Who did they lose to? Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So Alabama don't they still technically have the lead in the West?
They have the tiebreaker, yeah, but they're all tied for first.
So you know what? And that's the thing about it. They would still both be undefeated because they have to be, because then I think Georgia just walks into it after that.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next week.
But it's funny. It's like a lot of people have kind of written off Bama, and it's like Bama still controls this.
No, sir.
They still win out. They're still good.
You know who people have lost faith in? The LSU Tigers.
Well, what is LSU's record? I thought they had more losses.
6-2, my friend. And guess what? Next
week,
was
the conference.
Next week, they only have one L in the conference. Next week, Tennessee at Georgia. Alabama in Death Valley versus LSU. And that's a night game. That is going to be a fun game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Kelly has something special for Nick Saban.
I mean, that would be a huge win for Kelly, but I don't think he's there yet. I don't think he's up to win against Alabama. Saban knows he has the win, and this is when Saban is kind of dangerous. He already has the one loss. So, and I think Bryce Young he's pretty much back to almost himself, and he can still be, he's gotten better at, he's gotten in that rhythm. So I look at Alabama to win out, and I see Alabama still being in the Final Four just because I think they can win out. I know people are like, oh man, Alabama, but
with the Big 12, and the Pac-12 already taking L's, I don't think Utah escapes undefeated. You're gonna have one-loss champions in the Pac-12 and in the Big 12. Does that automatically put a bid for two SEC teams in the college football playoff? Because we know Clemson's probably going to win out. I think it's safe to say that if they were going to lose, it was going to be to Syracuse last week. Cade Klubnik changed the game. Shout out. Now, with those two teams left.
Hey, Debo said he still start DJ.
No. I'm not saying Cade took the job. I think he will by the end of the year. But I'm not saying Cade took the job. What I'm saying is Cade got that W for Clemson last week by change of pace. Point being, Clemson's going to win the ACC. And I have a strong...
Is nobody left to beat them? Who's left?
Let's see. Let's take a gander real quick. I got to change my conferences.
There's got to be somebody that got a chance to beat them. They already played Florida State.
Give me a second. I got to pull it up.
They already played Miami.
Miami's going to be a scary test if they haven't played them. Hold on real quick. Come on, give it to me. Where is it at? There you go. It's at the top.
That's what she said.
Big nasty.
I know not of what you say, sir. Give it to me. Here we go. Big nasty. Clemson, Notre Dame in 2 weeks. Is that a test? Yes or no? I say no. Wes, yes or no?
Who?
Clemson at
yes
Notre
or no
Dame.
What?
At Notre Dame. I don't think it's a test. After that, Louisville at Clemson, not a test. Miami goes to Clemson, could be a test. South Carolina at Clemson, could be a test. Now, I'm not saying it will be, but it could be. I don't see them losing the next 4 games, even with DJ Uiagalelei.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't think I could say that name, right? Your boy been practicing.
I think the one chance I think they kind of got to lose is probably Miami, to be honest.
Right, I agree. That's the biggest test.
One, I don't see that one as being a great chance.
So here's the deal: Notre Dame statistically is going to be a bigger test. Clemson is favored by 8.5 in that game. In the Miami game, Clemson is favored by 17. And I think the only reason why Clemson is an 8.5 point favorite at Notre Dame is because it's on the road in South Bend. That being what it is. So here it is. This is the way I think it's going to line up in the top 25 rankings. As soon as the college football playoff decides, and I think 2 or 3 weeks whenever they convene, by the end of next week, we'll understand who is going to be the conference divisional champions for the SEC. Whoever wins the Georgia-Tennessee game will represent SEC East, and whoever wins the LSU-Alabama game will represent the West. And that'll be your conference champion, whoever wins those 2 games. Then you have to ask yourself, if Tennessee beats a number 1 Georgia, Georgia's going to be in the top 4. And if Alabama beats LSU, they're going to be in the top 4. So you're going to have 3 SEC teams potentially in the top 4. And then whoever that champion is going to get left out. So Georgia, in my opinion, potentially could lose to Tennessee and still make it into the college football playoff because Alabama would then beat Tennessee in the rematch and kick them out of the top 4, excuse me. It's a dangerous, the AP poll has set it up for the college football playoff committee to have this dangerous dance of the SEC and let it spit out 2 teams that will remain in the top 4 college football playoff.
True that.
You seem like you got a little lost there, guy. Are you okay?
No. I got it a little bit, but I hear what you're saying. But it's gonna. A lot of things are gonna pan out basically in the next couple of weeks. Is what you're saying.
100%. 8:52, 52 minutes after the hour. Let's get into a quick break. For those watching, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the comments. Shout out Papa Romeo for the potential name. Subscribers called the Boosters. Maybe. It's got a little bit of a, I don't know, boosters, car boosters.
What about the Paulettes?
Easy, bud. Easy.
What?
Easy. Reach through this microphone. I couldn't catch even if I tried. Shout out to Miss Johnson. Shout out to West Washington in the chat. It's pretty cool how he's on the show and in the chat. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty cool deal. Kind of interesting.
Done that a couple of times.
Well, shout out to King. Shout out to James too.
There you go.
All right, let's get into a quick break. Give us 5 minutes. When we come back, we'll tease a little bit more of the big matchup, Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. And then we're going to get off the rails because it's already 9 o'clock and I have to watch my shows too.
Quack, quack.
Carla, appreciate you watching. Thank you. Quack, quack. It's actually... Not really. I'm not that good. back, everybody. It is that show. Let's get back into the football talk. Green Bay taking on Buffalo this Sunday night, prime time. The Green Bay Packers head up to Buffalo, New York to take on Josh Allen, Diggs, and company. Big matchup. Buffalo favored by a bunch. I think over 10, maybe 10.5, maybe 11. Who knows what the line will be by the time game time goes down. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers is getting things a lot tighter over there. People are starting to crack the whip in Green Bay. Aaron's talking about people need to hold themselves more accountable, daily processes, getting things, being more disciplined in preparation. I don't know if he's talking about himself, coaches, teammates, or just the general staff. But what I do know is it is my belief that Green Bay Packers may pull the upset this coming Sunday. As much of hyperbole that may be, I think it's time for the Green Bay Packers to become a run-centric team, and they need to use their tight ends and play action off of deep passes where Amari Rodgers and Romeo Doubs need to get after the ball, which means they need to catch better. They need to get the 6 inches in between their ears, controlled and in position so that they can make big-time plays by the big-time players they are. Wes, I know this sounds like a stretch for you, sir, but I'm taking Green Bay. My faith is in Rodgers. I think they turn it around. This is only week 7. Well, this is week 8. They're only through week 7. What is it that you disagree with wholeheartedly?
I just can't see the Packers getting it together like that. I know I've been joking about relax and all that kind of stuff.
Relax.
But it just seems like they had to beat Buffalo. You say they got to beat Buffalo?
I'll say they pulled the upset. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of things have to go their way, and it's just not been going their way. You know, they would have to catch all his passes and all that kind of stuff and overcoming the defense. Also, you know, having a bad game, I think, from Josh Allen, which I don't see that happening. So, I mean, I think Chicago has a better chance of beating Dallas by far.
I don't know, Wes. I think for me, I think Dallas is going to be a little bit better. I think Dak gets a little bit more confidence in his throwing ability. Like I said, my faith is in Aaron. My faith is that Aaron's going to be a little bit more. He's going to do a little bit more due diligence for his teammates. I think he may hold more people more accountable.
You got to start catching the balls.
That's what I'm trying to say. I think you were talking about yesterday. Does Aaron even work with these guys? Maybe that's what it took, Wes. Maybe Aaron wasn't doing anything with them, and now maybe he is. I don't know. I can't prove it. I can just go based off the interviews he's doing on McAfee's show, and those are the type of words he's using. More accountability. He's talking about more people taking personal responsibility for their production. And right now, all that tells me is you're either going to shape up or ship out. And Aaron says he's had constant contact with Brian, a.k.a. Gutekunst. I don't want to say the words I used to call him. But Brian Gutekunst needs to be on the lookout for a high-end receiver. OBJ, Chase Claypool, DJ Moore, the guys of that caliber. Because I don't know if you can lean on the young guys. I want to think you can, but I don't know if they'll be able to. And for me right now, I think Green Bay still has an optimistic chance of sneaking into the playoffs. It's going to be kind of hard. NFC East is going to have to cannibalize each other. And whoever's going to come out of the East probably will be the home favorite with home field advantage. I know you give more credit to Chicago having a better chance to beat Dallas, but Chicago doesn't have Aaron Rodgers. And Chicago doesn't have A.J. Dillon or Aaron Jones. I know, Carla. I like Chicago too, but not this week. But at the same time, to me, if Bakhtiari can play, he needs to play. And if that defense needs to hold a team to 30 points and let Aaron try to get 31, then maybe that's what it's going to have to take. But for me, something in the air, Phil Collins, I'm taking Green Bay Sunday night. And I've got the picks to prove it when that time comes, Wes. And I know you're going to disagree, and you're going to let me have it on Monday night. Well, we're not having a show Monday night because it's Halloween. Shout out to the kids. Tuesday, you can let me have it all day. If I eat crow, then by God, I'm going to eat the crow. Because for me, I'm riding with AR-12, and I'm going to go out on the shield that he's carrying. And that's the way it is. So it is written on the PRS show.
All right. That's your way, but nah, I just don't see it happening. I don't see them having enough to deal with it. I just don't. I mean, hey, but you know what? Everybody's got a lineup. Everybody's got to play ball. You play to win the game. So everybody's got a shot. You know, everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. All that bullshit. So hey, everybody's got a shot.
Coach, Wes, who's the coach who said it? Who's the coach that said it? You play.
You got to play to win the game.
Play to win the game.
Even though he ain't got no job right now.
Damn, dude, God, dog.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
I want to test my football knowledge. Oh, I was about to.
Are you Googling it?
No. Come on, man.
Well, he gave you a hint.
Yeah. I was about to spoil. I was about to switch to the picks, but
okay.
Herm Edwards.
Yeah, very
All
good.
right, there we go. There we go. I got to validate. You guys are the elite of
No, we're not. I am not.
In my world. In my world.
I'm not. Wes is.
Yeah.
Wes
I thought I
is-
knew a lot, and then I come here and I'm just like, shut up and just.
Wes can't remember last week.
What do you say?
He can remember to pick against Dallas every week. I know that.
Anyway, go ahead, James. You about to say something?
You pick to win the picks, Wes.
You pick to win the crown. And in this week's edition of the prognostication on PRS, the King in the North is no more.
I don't understand what went on, though. I don't understand what went on from. We talked Sunday. It was basically seemed like it was a done deal. But all of a sudden, we wake up today, we come to the show, and all of a sudden, no, I'm not the King of the North. I don't get it.
We didn't have the totals, to be honest with you. We didn't have the totals until like 6 o'clock.
He was just winging it.
Sound like somebody recounted the totals. Maybe somebody moved something.
So
I don't know. But it's fine.
Here's the beauty of it, Wes. Here's the beauty for all of our listeners out there. We have a private file that all three of us have access to, and any one of us can hold each other accountable if there's some work going on. If the fix is in, you, sir, have access. James has access. I have access. And I calculated the rolling totals for you every week. So it has a conveniency built in for anybody within this group to go ahead and take a look at.
All right. I'll have my people look at it and see.
Oh, well, here's the thing.
Calculate. There's no telling, though.
Calm down, Trump.
There's no telling what you've done to fix anything. The fix is in. It's Paul Gate 2022. There's no telling.
Paul Gate 2022. What are we not counting picks or what? Are you calling for a special audit?
All right, here we go.
Let's debut this bad boy, ladies and gentlemen. Take a gander. There's no crown in the middle. Too bad, so sad. Out the door you go, sir. Taking a look at those picks, you can see that for week 8 in the NFL,
I lost my hat.
We're heavy on. Well, that's James. That's not. I ain't got nothing to do with that part.
I told you already.
Oh, the head was too big, right?
No, when you took his crown, you took his hat with him. So now the hat is under the crown.
Oh,
so the crown's gone. So
they become one.
Yeah, they became one. When you took it, I didn't do it. You took it.
Oh, you know what it is? I like hats on hats on hats. Just gonna put it real with y'all. We like Baltimore. We like Jacksonville. We like Atlanta. West likes Chicago. James and I like Dallas. Miami heavy right there. Minnesota heavy. Everybody except me likes likes Vegas. The two guys on the outside or two guys on the inside, they like New Orleans. We all like the Jets. We all like Tennessee. I like Washington. Wes likes Indy. James likes Washington. Wes.
I don't like them. I picked them.
Okay, my bad. Still, Tyler Heineke for the win. Tyler Heineke for the win. The Rams, Wes is on the Rams. James and I are on San Francisco. Seattle, this is a clean sweep. James and I, like Buffalo, I'm using my brain. Wes is using his brain. James is using his heart because he's in love with the Packers.
I couldn't bring it. Like I couldn't do it.
I'm proud of you for that. Unlike the guy in the middle of it here, I'm proud of you for riding out with your team.
Yeah.
Ride it out. Wes, on the other hand, well, look.
Hey, just think if I didn't have the hate for the NFC East.
Hey, tell me, Wes, over your right shoulder there, what's that over your right shoulder? Tell me what that is.
If I didn't hate the NFC East.
What is that? Is that a Dallas Cowboy blanket?
If I didn't have my hate for the NFC East.
You notice how he's leaning to the left so he can show over the right.
I picked against the NFC East every week I could, except for when they play each other. I mean, that's just not a thing. So if I would actually take the team that's probably favored or that I think would win the game,
you'd be the champ.
I could probably have a 10-point lead right now.
You probably would, Wes. You probably would, but you didn't. So it doesn't matter.
But you didn't.
I got to make it close. I got to make it exciting.
That's okay.
Pick to win the pick.
Hey, Jay, it's okay. If he wants to be a loser, he could be a loser.
That's why he doesn't have the crown. That's literally the reason.
And where's his hat? He lost his hat and his crown. It doesn't matter. It was Monday night.
He's gonna lose that beanie next.
You better not put it under the crown. That's all I got to say. Monday night, we all like Cincy. Cincy's turning around. Joe Burrow had a huge game, over 400 yards passing. I think 3 touchdowns as well. Mm-hmm. Huge game last week. Yes, Carla, I picked Green Bay because the prevailing winds that be in the NFL have brought me a message from afar, far the way I land. Titletown sent word via the McAfee show that had Aaron Rodgers on a 30-minute segment. Just from what I watched and what I know about Aaron Rodgers, Aaron doesn't like to lose. And Aaron likes to make statements. But what bigger statement on primetime on Sunday night to take out the number 1 team in the AFC, the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills.
You know what? I had somebody ask me the other day. Or they didn't ask me. They told me. They said, I think Aaron Rodgers doesn't care anymore. I think he's doing this on purpose. I just didn't respond.
You know what I think? I think people got hate in their heart. And I think people like to let it out. And so if you do have hate in your heart, that's okay. I still love you. But at the end of the day, when it's crunch time and you have to make a pick, I ride with my team. All of us can't say that, can we, Wes?
Oh.
But you know what? This is my theory behind Wes's picks. He likes to pick against Dallas so that if Dallas loses, the next Monday or Tuesday comes on the show, he's like, I didn't pick Dallas.
Yeah, I knew it.
They broke my heart, but I didn't pick them.
I knew it.
I picked the winner. Just like Stephen A. You want to ride hard against the Cowboys, but let me tell you, sir, if they do make it into the playoffs, and if they win, I hope they do. I hope they win, and I hope they don't, because I do want to see you in misery, but I do kind of want to see the animation that you will be talking when the Dallas Cowboys do lose in that eventual playoff game. But if they win, you better not hope they win 2, and you damn sure better hope they don't win 3, because if they do, my guy, Lil Nitro's coming for you, sir. And he's going to be all ready, primed, ready to go, because you made a bet. And if you're not a Welchman and you don't strike me as a Welchman, it's going to be time to pay the piper.
Hey, I ate the dub. He's got to eat the gummy bear.
I ate 2. I ate 2 of those. And if you ain't seen that, go ahead and watch the Paul Rodriguez show, search for Lil Nitro Challenge, and we'll get it. And you can see my misery.
You didn't almost die from the dub.
Well,
stacked.
Bro, stacked. That was a rough one. Maybe we'll show the clip that we had when we roll out of here. I don't know if you have that ready, but like we do the commercials.
Yeah.
A little tease.
Let's see what I got.
All right, fellas, let's get into it. Time to get off the rails a little bit. Those are our picks. I know I let some of y'all down. I'm sorry, but it's okay. I'll be back next week. But somebody's winning that crown. Somebody's got to win it.
I started watching. My girl hasn't seen Kill Bill, so we started watching Kill Bill.
Really?
It's such a good movie,
It's
dude.
a great movie.
Yeah. Well, two-part film.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I love Quentin Tarantino as a director.
I like Django.
Yeah. You seen what other movies of him?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, classic. Hateful Eight. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Dust Till Dawn.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Only some hike scenes. Okay.
I was about to say that. All right. Fair enough.
Oh, Lord. Wes, you a Tarantino fan?
Oh man, dude, the scenes are so long.
We can't see you because you move so much.
Like that dude's scenes are so long. Like he has some scenes that just drag out. I mean, he's had some good films or whatever, but like it's just been sometimes, dude. I'm like, dude, oh my god, the scene is going forever. That's to do with the big head, right?
The guy with a big head. I guess so.
Fiction.
I guess so. Desperado.
Yeah,
Yeah, Desperado.
That's Robert
seen-
Rodriguez, but
Yeah, I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, unfortunately. Django.
big Django fan.
I like Django, but there's some of the scenes where
Why?
I don't know, it just took forever. Even what was it? What was the one about killing the Nazis?
Glorious Bastards.
Glorious
That's a good
Bastards.
movie.
You don't like Brad Pitt?
Dude, I couldn't even understand Snatch.
Dude, that's a cult classic.
People are always like, dude, Snatch is so good, but
It's
like
so
I can't
great.
understand it. If I can't understand it, I can't watch it.
It's a great film. Have you seen Snatch?
No.
Have you seen Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels?
No.
Bro.
I tried to watch it, but I couldn't do it. I mean, I even struggled with Smoking Aces, and I thought that was a pretty good movie. But
I didn't
never
see
went
that.
back and watched it just because I struggle with people with those heavy accents.
Yeah. Best Spike Lee movie.
Ooh. I gotta pull up a list.
Oh, I got mine. Mine's easy.
Did he do the last Black Klansman?
Maybe. Maybe. James, can you look that up?
I think he did. That might be my favorite. If not, probably Do the Right Thing.
Inside Man.
Yeah, Spike Lee did the Black Klansman,
Yeah.
which came out in 2018.
Yeah.
And it was nominated for the best writing screenplay.
No,
Nominated, didn't
yeah,
win.
that's my favorite one. Black Klansman was good. I loved it.
What about you, James? I like Inside Man.
Let me see here. Inside Man is good. I've seen that. He Got Game, of course. I've seen that. That's a good film. Black Klansman looks good. I might have to check that out.
Oh, that's good.
I guess I'm not well versed in Spike Lee, so I'm gonna have to go with Inside Man.
Best Brad Pitt movie.
So many.
Wes, best Brad Pitt movie.
Ocean's 11.
That's a good one. That's a good one to start with. James,
Man, there's
Even
so
though
many.
he's got a lot of help.
Fury.
it's a good one.
Oh, that's a very good movie. Inglourious Bastards was also
Mm-hmm.
very good. How does a guy like this, like even Troy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was so good.
A little corny, but it was good.
Yeah. Interview with the Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan of Meet Joe Black.
That's my favorite. Meet Joe Black. Yep. I'm Meet Joe Black.
7.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the box? What's in the box, Wes? What's in the box? I don't know. I might go with 7, dude. Somebody like a while back.
You would go with the scary movie.
That's my. I like the suspense.
Yeah.
You know, like that scene right there. Like what's in the box.
Mhm.
That was like just. It was so so intense, so much suspense. You know, and it's a classic. Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Here we go. Favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? Like a question. These questions like rely. I mean, they depend on like when I was growing up, and you know, I was young. I want to say I was like in junior high school when the Matrix trilogy was coming out. Well, they released the first Matrix, and then they followed up with 2 and 3 that
You were
weren't.
10.
Yeah, they
9 or
weren't too
10.
far apart. And then they released the whole Motorola Razr phone with that aligned with the movie. So as a kid watching that, I was like, oh man, I was just like, it was just so good. But now as an adult, John Wick is off the chain. Bill and Ted, younger. I gotta say the Matrix.
Okay.
I gotta say the Matrix.
The first one.
The trilogy. I want to say the trilogy.
Okay, I'll give you that.
If I had to pick, I would say the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had to pick one. But the trilogy was good. Of course, I feel like Keanu Reeves, it's between The Matrix and John Wick.
Wes?
I guess for me, it's
For me,
It's
what
calm.
was it? Point Break.
Damn it,
Point
Wes.
Break, and then the movie where he's the little league coach.
Hardball.
Hardball.
that's a good one.
Maybe honorable mention. Speed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you took my 2. Speed.
Sorry,
Speed is my movie. Shout out Sandra Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was so hot when I was young.
Okay, easy there, boy.
Hey, don't even cap. Dude. We went on a whole spill.
Hey, that's true. We did. You're right. Fair enough.
Don't lead us down that road again, please.
All right, fellas.
What's yours?
924. Speed is my favorite.
Speed.
Yeah, Speed's my favorite. Was that Wes? What's the score? I know you're watching some sports.
Mavs lost.
Good.
A late game to the Pelicans.
Zion
Yeah,
playing?
shot did.
Is Zion playing?
Zion did not play.
He's hurt.
The Mavs still lost. They still got a lot more talent without Zion because, I mean, they made the playoffs last year. They didn't have Zion the whole year. So
Is that bald kid? Is he on that team?
no. He's gone. He went the Lonzo Ball that was on there went to Chicago.
They just didn't they give Zion an extension before the season started or something like that?
Yes. They
That
did.
dude gets injured left and right. I feel like he's too big for his body.
He's it's not that he's too big for his body, it's just how explosive he is.
Yeah.
He's a very big dude that like he gets up like small guys, and I think that's kind of causing some things. So I mean, I guess you could say he's too big for his body, but like it's not like he's just too big for the NBA or something like that. But I guess you could say he's too big for his athleticism and throwing himself through the air and landing with all that weight. But I can imagine doing it because he probably doesn't weigh too much more than I do, and I can't imagine jumping up and flying through the air and falling down. So, but then again, I'm old.
Hey, I got a since Wes took my Keanu Reeves, I got one more. Constantine.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Constantine. They're gonna make a sequel.
I'm surprised somebody said The Replacements.
It's corny.
Carla said the replacements.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
All right.
Replacement.
Like we got the fans interactive.
Go find her at the game, Wes. I'm expecting a selfie come Sunday.
Damon. Damon.
I'll try, dude, but
Damon
it's not the easiest thing to find people at these
Yeah,
games.
isn't there like 100,000 people there?
Yeah, you're talking about 100,000 people. And what side of the stadium she's on? What time do I get there? What time? Like
How many beers
once
have
the
you
game,
had?
once the game starts, I'm not gonna. No offense, Carl. I'm not gonna try to go find her. And then on top of that, will I be able to find it? Because a lot of times if you don't have the ticket for the right section and things like that, can you go do it?
Oh, you mean ushers
Yeah.
actually do their job at AT&T Stadium? They don't let you in
Oh
the
yeah.
sections.
Especially when you're black as me.
I mean,
Yeah,
they need to
and-
have that
and-
at Bobcat Stadium.
Plus, West is gonna be busy. You know.
Well, why don't you put that thing in animation?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Once again, a lot of times when the game starts, I get very focused on the game, so I'm not trying to get around. I don't know what time is left and all that kind of things. So the best thing it would be if we got there early before the game or maybe after the game, then we could probably meet up. But it's gonna be tough once the game starts.
I think it's
for me to go
hilarious.
meet up with her.
I think it's hilarious that you fell for
Unless we're like right by each other's.
I think it's hilarious that you fell for that question.
Whatever, James.
Can you hear me?
I didn't say that. That was Paul.
Can you see us?
I can see y'all.
Oh, he's
do you mean I
starting
can't-
to
can't see?
glitch.
I can see y'all.
That was Paul that said that.
No, Paul, James.
There you go.
This guy. And we're off. 10-minute warning. There it is. Time to go. Time to get out of here. It is
Oh
that
man,
time.
we gotta do. We're doing the costumes for the next episode, right?
Until the next episode.
Yeah.
Episode. I
I'm
think
saying,
so.
but when we do the next episode, we're doing costumes.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul's trying to
I'm serious.
Paul's
so-
trying to relive his glory days.
Guy right here, bro.
Oh man,
That's your
it's getting
costume?
late. My phone just told me.
That better not be your costume.
Nah.
You have a costume?
Do I?
Yeah. Like, do you have something planned out for
Do
Tuesday?
I? Do I?
Okay. Fair enough. Better not being a football player, dude.
Nah, maybe. What if it's a football player?
Go ahead.
You gotta
Go ahead, please.
please. It'd be Canelo. Dress up like I could be Wes. Give me a Wu-Tang beanie and give a Dallas Cowboy shirt. And be Wes.
You gonna shave? You're not gonna shave.
Nah, I don't probably want to shave. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll shave, and so you'll be like, "Oh, it's a different person." No.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
for the next month.
Are you gonna do brown face?
I'm already brown. What are you
Brown
talking
face.
about?
You know what I'm talking about. Because especially if you shave, you're gonna get white as hell.
That'll be the
So I'm
end of
just
the
saying,
Power
you
to
can't
your
do brown
show.
face.
The hell does that even mean?
You do like
For you
Jimmy,
to be West,
like Jimmy
I thought that's
Kimmel,
what you just said.
like Jimmy Kimmel
No,
impersonating.
no.
Karl
I would
Malone.
just wear the beanie and the shirt. Why do you got to go through that extra? I wouldn't even put that on my face either way.
I'm just asking.
Freightzilla. What up?
Oh, did he freeze?
Nice. He's there.
Oh, okay. I thought he froze.
Oh,
He might be
we're
acting.
supposed to have Friendzilla on the show.
Yeah, well, you never coordinated,
Talk
so
about
I don't know when to do it.
Who?
You?
Who?
Oh, I didn't know he could call in this way.
Yep.
He
Mm-hmm.
can call me.
Preferably,
No.
preferably Zoom. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah,
right.
we'll have to see if we can set up do through Zoom so that we can kind of.
Yeah, we can get that set up for sure.
Just need an email.
Well, all right.
Why are you so quiet today, Wes? Why are you so quiet? What's the
He's
problem?
antsy. He's ready
What do
for
you mean?
Sunday.
I haven't been quiet. I have
It-
not been quiet.
You itching to go somewhere? You got somebody coming over? What's the problem?
Oh no, dude. I don't really go out, dude. I've tried to have dates, but most of the time either I cancel or they cancel.
Or you're not willing to go and look for him.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear what
so
you said.
usually I really most of the time, dude, I chill at home, especially when I ain't got nothing else to do. If I ain't got to drive nobody around, I'm chill at home. But I've tried to have dates, but I've scheduled dates, and then like when they came, it was kind of, hey, let's go on a date. Either they cancel or I cancel.
The love life relationships with West Washington.
It is what it is. I'm not too sad about it.
West don't go out. He goes in.
That's the rumor. All right, fellas. Anything y'all want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Dark Side tomorrow. Halloween episode.
Ooh, spooky.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
What's that from?
It's just like a
Like its tone?
yeah. Actually, if you go ring the doorbell at my house, that's what plays.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, spooky. Wes, what about you, sir?
Oh, so love everybody. Everybody have a great week, man. And if you got love for us, man, share us, get us some subscribers. We're searching for those 10 more. Shout out, R. Rodriguez Show.
So check it out. Listen, I'm gonna make this real clear. We have 90 subscribers. We love all of them. We're looking for 100. We need 10. We're gonna give away $100 on the show when we get 10. How do you get entered? You comment and you comment and you keep commenting. And when we get to 100, we're gonna do a special. And when that special comes out, your only job is to put a certain emoji. So when we get to 100, we'll do a quick little shoot. We'll get the message out. Share with your friends. Share with your family. If they think we're going to have fun, if you think they'll like us, share it, subscribe, and we're just going to have a good old time. Somebody's feelings going to get hurt, but that's okay.
We're
Probably
actually at
mine.
91. So we need 91.
We got 91. We got 91. I like it. I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. The sooner we get there, the sooner the money goes out. But like I said, somebody's feelings going to get hurt. It's probably going to be mine. Maybe Wes's. Maybe James. For Wes, I don't know. We all got thick skin.
Yeah, for sure. I do.
I think I do.
What you talking about? I don't, man. I'm all feelings, man. Y'all be nice to me. I'm all heart.
Feelings.
We know that.
I got feelings. It's all good. Love you, Wes. Love you, James.
Yep.
Appreciate everybody
Yeah,
watching.
man.
Freight Zilla, Carla, Papa Romeo, West Washington. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for watching. Freight Zilla, we'll be in contact. Get you on the show. Talk Tennessee.
Right.
I think y'all need. I don't know what they need. What do they need?
I know what I need.
I know what I need too. Shout out to Tannehill. I like Tannehill. I'm high on Tannehill. Just gonna put it out there.
All right.
I like him. He's A&M. He's an Aggie kid. He needs to throw the ball out faster. That's all I gotta say. Until then, we'll see you next Tuesday. Shout out. We'll see you later. What was that last comment? Mascaras? Tell me what that is, James.
Best Bill Mascaras movie with Santos and Blue Demon. Raffle off a date with West at 100 subscribers.
All I know is I like Nacho Libre.
It's all right.
I fluff a day with West, so that's not a win.
Here we go. Until Tuesday, y'all. Tune in. It's going to be a Halloween episode. It's the day after, and it's also 2 days before my birthday.
Uh-oh.
We'll be in it. Let's go. See you Tuesday.